Records. After a successful meeting with owner Jim Stewart, various recording sessions were booked over a 4-month period. Since plans had been prearranged, Brian Epstein called for the band's immediate departure from London. The Beatles arrived in Memphis 4 days later on Saturday, March 5th, accompanied by producer George Martin and roadie Mal Evans. Secrecy was one of the main negotiating points for Epstein. He required that the staff at Stax be sent to work from home and no one be notified that the Beatles were in town. The house band at Stax, an instrumental group called Booker T and the MGs, were given permission to know of the Beatles' plans because of the admiration the British musicians felt for them.
Well, they loved the Stax sound, especially the drums. And when we met them on that first morning, John Lennon told me that he had a nickname for our band, which was Booker Table and the Maitre D's, which got Duck laughing pretty hard. Steve Cropper.
Estelle Axton, sister of Jim Stewart and part owner of Stax, informed Isaac Hayes and David Porter about everything in hopes that the songwriting pair could pitch songs to the Beatles, a request that was ultimately denied by Epstein. Determined to capitalize on the fact that the Beatles were in town, Jim Stewart asked Booker T and the MGs to arrange an instrumental version of the record as it was being recorded. Since Brian Epstein had deemed that the sessions be closed, the MGs had to find ways to learn the songs without being obvious.
Booker would sit outside the door to Studio A and listen while the Beatles ran songs. We had moved our gear back to the demo studio and we'd sit in the lobby and listen for a little while, then go in the back and start quietly putting things together. Hell, sometimes Steve would just walk on the tracking floor while the Beatles were practicing and watch their hands to figure out the chords. We did that kind of stuff every day for 3 weeks straight. Donald Duck Dunn.
With the prospect of recording in the main studio still months away, Al Jackson wanted to test the songs in a live environment, so a secret show was set up under the name The MDs, a play on John Lennon's nickname for the group. The show was to take place on Friday, March 25th at Club Paradise, an exclusively black venue in downtown Memphis. It was later rumored that Mal Evans, John Lennon, and George Harrison were secretly in attendance.
I was a friend of Steve and Doug's and ended up going with them that night and sitting by the stage. Later, I heard that 2 of the Beatles was actually there, but I never saw them. And my God, those songs spoke for themselves, even as instrumentals. That first snare hit, though, sounded like a damn gunshot. Al Jackson counted that thing off loud as hell. He said, 1, 2, 3, 4.